Hello everybody and welcome to Off the Battlefield episode 5, the culmination of 2014. This is going to be the last one of the year, and then we're going to have a nice little break for Christmas and New Year and what have you. I'm Skrull from Newcastle.
And I'm Lorenzo from London.
And this week we have two very special guests. Don't jump the gun! This is our show! This is our chance to be Hollywood Fuzzy, god damn it! So, this is already started.
No.
Alright, Charles, do you want to introduce yourself, mate?
Yeah, Sun Fuzziness from UK. I've been playing for a long time.
Fair enough.
Yeah, this man needs little introduction to our listeners, to be honest.
He's given a very short introduction. So we can fire on to Will, if you want to go for it, mate.
Yeah, I'm Will Savage, also known as Wills, from the Midlands. The most controversial player, maybe.
Oh god, getting this started already. Okay.
The most electrifying man in the Smash.
Wills is known as one of the upcoming players in the UK.
Oh, thank you, Charles.
and these gentlemen are, of course, teammates as well. Vz.
What? On what?
VWS, isn't it?
Mate, I left.
Oh, did you leave?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Well,
behind.
I didn't actually know that, so that's helpful information to all
Alright,
of
that's
us.
good to know.
He waved the flag, dude.
Oh, damn.
It's all over.
Oh.
Rip the dream. Rip the dream. Alright, well, let's get into some recent results then. So, recent tournament that we've had, there have only been two tournaments recently. South Coast Regionals, of which had a solid 33, just over 30 entrants for both games, and in Melee, wow, they're both... The results are exactly the same for both Melee and PM, which is like...
In terms of top 3, anyway.
Yeah, in terms of top 3, there was Prof, VWS versus Pro in first, second VWS Fuzziness, and third Jolteon in both top 3s. I don't know where the results span to, but I think...
It was a really good tournament, actually. I mean, myself and Charles were both driven there by Douglas Hamish. Shoutouts to him. That guy is his tag.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good weekend. Like, just it was quite like it was not the largest tournament, but it was fairly stacked considering how many entrants it was. In fact, it was pretty stacked, to be honest. And there was some good showings by certain players. I mean, in Melee, you had there were a fair few players who I'd not seen before, and in PM as well, who just there was some pretty good stuff. I mean, I don't know how many names I can name, but like it was a really enjoyable tournament.
Yeah, X1 and RT3 placed fairly high, right?
Yeah, they did pretty good. X1, I think.
You got 7th in Melee.
Sorry?
You got 7th in Melee.
What, R23 or X1?
Yeah. R23.
Yeah, yeah, he did, I think.
We had Shufu and Apology in 5th.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna pop off about Shufu quite a lot in this.
There's been a lot of like improving ice climbers in our community recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm quite surprised by like Apology though, because I played both of them, but I always thought Shufu he's pretty good, but Apology, like I think people could maybe be sleeping on him a bit.
No, he is good. He puts in work, quite a lot of work.
Was he at Smash or DI3?
I believe so. Yes, no, he definitely was. Yes, I remember.
Well, who does Apology play? I've never heard of him.
He plays Ice Climbers.
Oh, really? Oh, fair enough.
He's a good Ice Climbers player. I think he he was at Smash DI3. I'm pretty sure he beat at least one person with his Roy in a money match. He plays a bit of Roy as well. There was some good. There was a great money match at SCR between Miko. Shoutouts to Miko, and
that terrible money match.
He and Tube played
Fox. So bad.
It was fantastic.
No, it was not.
It was hilarious.
Cereal.
It was hilarious. The loser had to eat an entire box of cereal. It was so good.
Oh, I caught the end of that, and all I heard was like someone on like the stream just getting really angry that the stream was being held up.
That was Lumpy.
Lumpy.
I don't blame him for that because it's like put something decent on the stream.
It was. I'm not gonna lie. I found that so funny. It was. Fantastic.
That was Lumpy. Yeah.
Lumpy got so mad that like everything's being held up by this.
Like quite a lot of respect to Lumpy because he comes down to these tourneys and he streams. He doesn't have to, but I can see why he gets mad when people are doing stupid money matches.
Oh yeah, if it's out legit.
At the end of the day, he wants to this tourney to finish so he can go back.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they had arranged it. Like he was aware that that it was going to happen like between games. I think it was just he wanted to go home, to be honest. And it was they did it like in between the melee and the PM and the melee because they ran all the PM and then all the melee. I think he just wanted to like he just wanted to get on with it.
Oh, fair enough.
Just when I was watching the tourney, it was like 3:00 and PM was nearly finished.
Yeah, because they just.
When did melee finish?
They finished about 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
See why did it go that long?
That's actually not that bad. At least it finished before 11.
I'm trying to. I mean,
some people were saying there was a lot of setups already there.
Yeah, no, like it.
The breaks as well.
Yeah.
Things like the breaks. We think.
Also, the other thing.
Teams.
No, actually, yes. To be fair, they ran melee teams as well while they were running towards the end of running melee singles. So it all got a bit held up because obviously melee teams and melee singles had the same people at the top. So
the Prof Fuzzy team.
Yeah. Team VWS.
Speaking of which, we forgot to mention the teams. So in first, sorry, I'll just jump in and get that out of the way. Team VWS, of course, Prof and Fuzzy placing first. X1 and RT3 placing.
We didn't actually play the finals because Peter had to drive Prof home. So there wasn't enough time, and they accepted it when lose.
X1 and R23 basically said to them because they also wanted to get it over with, so we could clear out that if they won with losers finals, they'd forfeit. And I mean, it's fair enough. Like the winners finals was not close. I watched.
Fair enough.
So.
Oh, it was melee doubles. That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, look, R23 wouldn't team with X1 in PM because X1 played Boozer. It was hilarious, but
who played Bowser?
X1. He just he doesn't take PM seriously.
In PM, yeah. I saw him playing some singles match on stream. I can't remember who he was against.
It probably Silent Doom.
Yeah, it was Silent Doom, I think.
I commentated that. I mean, that was good, but like, it's not a good matchup. Like Silent Doom, you can just run rings around Bowser with Sonic.
I really like Doom Sonic. Like,
it's good.
Yeah, he plays really well, but he seems to like fumble in tourneys quite a bit recently.
Well, he's been playing a lot of Smash 4. He doesn't practice PM.
I feel like he's not as serious about improvement as some of the other people, but I don't. Oh god. Yeah, I don't know. It just
no. I think you're right. I mean, he's spending a lot of time playing Smash 4.
Like I haven't seen him at many of our practice sessions, for example, and I'm sure he gets invited.
Well, he was in Bournemouth. To be fair.
What is he from? Bournemouth?
No.
He
goes to uni in Bournemouth. Like he doesn't have a lot of opportunity by comparison to the London people, really. To be fair.
No scene there then.
Sorry, I don't. Not much. One, as far as I'm aware. I think there are a couple. I mean, there were a couple actually at that tournament who are from Bournemouth. A guy I commentated with called Mills. Shouts to him. You know, that was quite fun.
Yeah.
And there's a Yoshi player called Handboy UK.
Yeah, I saw that. Was he the Squirtle player?
No, yes, he did play. He does play Squirtle.
The one where Prof was like, "Alright, I'm going to teach you how to play Squirtle now," and then he goes on stream against Candy, then loses.
I think the UK needs to stop trash talking until they're a threat for like winning tournaments, because like it's petty trash talk at the end of the day.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. I think trash talk can fuel people to get better. Like I've seen multiple instances of people going, "Yeah, you're really bad," and then they just get better, and it's like, "All right, well, okay then."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I think getting destroyed by a good player is way more encouraging. Like if you got the right mindset.
Then you just think I'm gonna have to do something about this because you get the. I mean, we'll talk about the gap more later, but you do feel the gap.
So like when someone's been practicing with a top player, they improve really good. Like a good example is Rocky.
Well, he's been playing with Armada a lot.
Yeah, Rocky
exactly.
Like he's taking games.
No, but if you saw this guy half a year ago and you see him now, he plays completely different.
So, I think we'll also. tournament that happened recently. In fact, it happened this weekend. Or like just past, didn't it? It was Final Destination 5.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Harvey Carman, awesome guy. He's been holding it down for the Welsh scene.
Indeed.
It's fantastic in Cardiff, and like I've commentated with him before. He's a really nice guy, and he's been putting these little tournaments on, 20-something entrants.
Yeah, not bad entrance for all games, to be honest with you. Good numbers across the board.
Yeah.
And for Melee, in first they had Frenzy, in second they had Ghost, in third with the Bowser Lotia Warrior, Candy.
Candy got a lot better as well.
Yes, Candy has gotten...
Yeah.
He's really good. His Bowser is like insane.
He also he won PM in that tournament. He took first, and I'm not surprised by that because he took fourth as well at SCR. Like he's a real threat, Candy.
Did anyone see Candy versus Vincent at Heads of the Throne?
No, I'd have loved to have seen that.
That was like the funniest match. It's
like in Melee.
Candy nearly beat him.
What, Bowser?
Yeah, with Bowser.
Hang on, doesn't Vincent play Sheik?
Yeah. Candy makes the hardest reads. It's very impressive how he plays.
He's a really good player.
Yeah, because it's one of those things. I mean, I was watching sort of a video about like that How actually posted a Middle and Smash about like how to improve your melee game. And one way is that if you try playing top tiers, low tiers, then you have less to work with, so it makes you think more. At least that's one mindset to work with, and I think that sort of works for Candy because, like, as Bowser, you have to just every hit you get is huge, but it's really hard to get them, so you have to learn to read your opponent really well, so you can get those like big hits in because it's almost impossible to react with a character like that. You just have to, with most of his moves, you just have to predict them to land them.
I've heard there's like is it a NES player called Umpa?
Yes, he was also at SCR actually.
Yeah, I've heard people say he's really good with other characters, but he chooses to just play NES.
This is absolutely true. We played him in French.
His Falco is really, really good.
Yeah, he's a really good player, but he just plays NES for some reason. Like he just wants to.
He just really likes NES.
He just wants to have fun, really. Like I don't think he cares too much about placing highly. He just wants to have a bit of fun.
Yeah. Because
Doug beat him on at SCR because Puff versus NES is not fun for NES. Because you can't recover, like...
I wouldn't imagine any match is fun for NES, to be honest with you.
Like, I've beaten his NES. I've played his NES. I mean, it was only in friendlies, but if Marth NES is bad, really bad, and then he brings out a Falco, and it's like, Falco's really good.
I'd say, Doug, Doug's been putting in a lot of work as well.
Yeah, no,
he made Game & Watch before, didn't he?
Yeah, but his Puff is legit, like...
Game you go in nowhere, so just go Jigglypuff.
Yeah, and his Puff is really good because he understands spacing very well, and I mean, he's getting pretty strong with that character. It's very impressive. I owe him a lot because I owe him not just the fact obviously like he and Fuzzy as well. He looked after us very well that weekend. He took us down, took us back.
Made us pancakes though.
Yeah, we got pancakes and bacon. It was godlike.
It's good keeping on top.
That's the thing I look forward to most when I've gone down to Smash or DI, like going to Doug's.
Yeah, and get pancakes. It's godlike.
The tourney's good, but Doug's place is just he's the best.
Yeah. But he I mean, one reason I can sort of play the Puff matchup with Marth is that he taught me it quite well because he just he'll duck, and if you run in and grab, you get rested, and you learn very quickly not to. So
it's the matchup.
Yeah, so he's a good player to practice against as well because he will punish you really hard.
The trick is how can a trick Jigglypuff bait you to grab in a not obvious way? That's when it gets harder.
Yeah. We also saw we got to see a little bit of the fuzzy Puff at SCR.
Wasn't it just because Doug asked him to? That's what I remember.
No. I wanted to avenge Doug.
Yeah, because Isaac Chili Con Carnage beat Doug, so Fuzzy was like, "Okay, I'm gonna beat him with Puff."
Chili put in work as well. I'm gonna say
he has really. Yeah, no, he's a really good.
He took a match off me at Smash or DI3.
Yeah, really good player in very fundamentally sound, actually.
I think there's quite a lot of rising melee players.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It's like Shufu's one, Chili, Apology, countless other people.
Frenzy as well, actually. If we're going to
definitely. Considering his age as well.
Yeah, he's only little.
Yeah, well, he's not little. He's bloody tall, man.
Nah, he's not tall.
He's quite tall. He's like 14.
Sorry?
He's like 14 years old, man.
No, I know, but I was a lot taller than that at 14. But
sorry, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, just finishing off these Final Destination 5 results because we got very sidetracked there. So PM Candy placed first, Prime second, Omadon, whatever. Omadon third, and in Smash 4, Hylian Reaper first, Ghost second, and TGAP third.
How old is Ghost? Isn't Ghost like 12 or something?
No clue.
He's like really young, and I've heard this guy before because he beat I'm sorry Ollie, but shout outs to Ollie Tabby. He got beaten by Ghost, and like he's never heard the end of it from his friends because Ghost is really young. He's like he's only little, and he's clearly pretty good because he must have beaten Candy, and Candy's not actually that bad at Melee.
Yeah. So
like, shout outs to him. You know, we've
got some like he's got a sick Sheik. I saw it on the archives on Smash UK. He's got a really good Sheik. Yeah.
Nice. So like, I mean, we've got some really like young players as a team. I mean, also we can set.
Who is Ghost anyway?
He's another Bristol player, I think.
Oh, Bristol.
Because I think he trains with Frenzy, or at least I think they're from the same region. So yeah, they're Bristol. I guess along with Candy.
Yeah. Anyway, shouts
Bristol went and destroyed Cardiff. Clearly.
Oh God. Yeah.
I really like the Welsh team. I went down to 120 back in the summer. It was in Newport. Not the nicest of places, but
Newport's all right.
I paid a fair bit of money, so I was quite happy about it.
Fair enough. Making the bank. Alright, so moving on to some upcoming tournaments then. Of course, the tournament we've been talking about for ages now, since the show really started. Beast 5, ever closely approaching us. 9th through to the 11th in Gothenburg. I'm so excited for this. I can't explain how excited I am to travel out there.
We've all just gotten a little bit bodied, all of us who are flying right now.
Oh yeah.
What about the change of flight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I woke up to that. I was like, what? Oh, where's it going now?
44 kilometres away from the actual venue. So
we're gonna have to all book a coach. So anyone else who's come to beat Sticker Watch, get on that thread because we're all in the same situation. We're gonna have to work out how to get there.
Yeah, me and Diabama are trying to work that out as well.
Wait, isn't it Gothenburg Airport the shit one?
Basically, Charles, it was going to be in the city airport, which would have been fine. It wouldn't have been too far, but
did they put you in the other one, Ladvo, whatever it's called?
Yes, because
that one's actually a lot nicer, and the coach is nitty. I think it is the same price, and it takes you straight to the same place.
Oh, awesome!
Yes, don't worry, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's just because apparently Gothenburg.
It's both are through a company called Flig Bussagen. And they're both very reliable.
Yeah. You really need to tell you. Okay, everyone who's going to be take notes right now. Like
we're going to be fine, guys. We can all start.
I'll type in the Sky combo.
We can all just blag it on the day though.
Me and Vincent had to go there on the way back from Beauty. Flig Bassana, that's it.
Nice. Okay, well,
problem solved,
guys. Problem solved, guys. Based Fuzzy has just solved.
Friday.
It's in Skype, alright?
Thanks, guys. Yeah, well,
use that site. You don't have to buy tickets online. You can actually just buy them there from a shop, and it's the same price. But to avoid transfer fees, you might want to buy it online.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can just use Swedish money, whatever you want.
What are you gonna say, Will? Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I was saying who's actually going on the Friday, the Friday morning.
I'm going on the Friday morning.
Yeah, I am as well. We're all getting the same flight. We'll just be playing.
Smash playing.
Apparently, according to KW, Landvetter to the venue is about 20-30 minutes. But I have no idea how to do that.
You walk it, mate.
Is Landvetter the airport?
I don't know. I actually don't know where we've been sort of relocated to. I think.
God damn it, dude.
Basically, well, it happened this morning. Gothenburg City Airport is they're having work done on the runways, so we've been moved to the one outside nearby, 40 odd kilometers away. So we're the group as a whole is trying to work out what to do. So
it'll probably be figured out in the couple of days. It'll be alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, Beast is going to be massive. Mango's going now. Mango is officially confirmed after he got his stream subscriber goals. So that's
too hype.
Yep.
Yes, all lost then.
Well, we'll just give him Armada.
None of us are getting anywhere near winning.
I mean, we've got Armada. We'll just give him Armada.
Yeah, but it's going to be so hype. I'm just down for commentary, dude.
Yeah.
I want to commentate on this stuff.
If we get on commentary, which I really
we'll
hope we
get
do.
on commentary.
I'm just like really hoping that we do.
So you can commentate with like D1.
Yeah, boy.
I'm not even bothered with commentating D1. Just like commentating the entire.
Oh, he's a nobody. Who cares?
I want to commentate with
Lorenzo, and you got Henry.
Yeah, I know, right?
Team OTV, and everybody's just gonna be going, like everyone who's not in the UK is just gonna be going like, who the hell are these guys? Like, why are they on stream?
I think that's one thing I'm going to be, because there is actually like there's a page for people who want to like commentate, and I think that's one of the things we should really point out is that our knowledge of the UK scene, considering how many players are going, is going to be really useful, because there are going to be these Swedish players, these other commentators from like Sweden and so on, who have no idea who these people are, and we can give a lot of background knowledge that they can't. So that's one thing that when there are UK players playing, it'll be useful to have at least one UK commentator, because we can like give like some info about these people.
Exactly.
So I think that's one big pro for us.
To be honest, though, I don't think they're going to put many UK players on it, considering we're not that good as a whole. Other than like Prof, is VA going as well? I assume he is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I assume like they'll just keep the top players on stream. Like, you won't be seeing me on stream unless they want me to play Leffen or something.
Oh, we'll see. Don't put yourself down, Wills. We'll see.
Yeah, so
I want that Wii U rematch with Leffen.
Yeah, you got this, man.
That.
8th in the UK, you're the best.
8th in UK.
Yeah, 8th in the UK.
Yeah, sold it.
We'll get onto that soon.
Yeah. Anyway, next tournament that's coming up is Meltdown Circuit 4, which is being hosted by Lorenzo. So, mate, take it away.
It's tomorrow at basically anyone in the London area. I don't know if this will be out in time, but tomorrow, Wednesday night, it's a bi-weekly tournament series at Meltdown, which is in Caledonian Road. It's in the only esports bar in London, certainly. I think it might be the only esports bar in the UK. But that's just a thing. Anyway, we have a Project M tournament. There are a fair few players, like Profs going. There are quite a lot of strong players who are going to be going. It should be a lot of fun. There'll be friendlies as well. Like anyone who's in the London area, we always have Wednesdays as Meltdown. I mean, not for the next couple of weeks, of course, because the next Wednesday they'll be shut because it's Christmas Eve, and the Wednesday after that is New Year's Eve. But come the new year, there'll be more games. I can't actually make tomorrow night, but I've organised it anyway, because even though I can't go, it doesn't mean there shouldn't be a tournament. Shout-outs to George Batch. He's going to be running the tournament. So I asked him to step in and do it. And
Actually, VWS Batch, I think he is, isn't he?
He does their social networking, I think, so yeah. He does some networking for them. So yeah, he is coming from out of town for the day to come play and also run the tournament. So huge thanks to him, and also Fury and Tubby should be there as well to give him some support. So it should be a really good tournament. I might drop in for some friendlies, but I've got somewhere to be. So I've got to go get smashed. Get properly.
Literally get smashed.
Yeah, literally get smashed elsewhere. So anyway, it should be a good tournament. With some good players, and yeah. So looking forward to that.
Yeah. So those are the only tournaments that are really stewing over it now. So we'll move on to some topics that we've got. So first of which being the gap. So Charles, I'm going to ask. So Charles, I'm going to really need you on this one. So what exactly is the gap? Like, where did it originate?
Vincent being stupid when Jim was around his house.
God, all right.
And he wanted me to play him, and he said, "Show him the gap."
Oh, okay. Well, actually, I think there was a fantastic because obviously there was that magnificent money match between you and Miko, where you had
Yeah, but that was way after.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. That was just me being disrespectful.
Because that was the first I heard about it, because Gelm told him to do it, and then Gelm posted a picture saying "Mind the Gap" with you and a picture of you, and then 20 train track lines, and then Miko at the end.
Oh my god.
That photo is somewhere.
The disrespect.
I've not seen that.
Someone needs to
Have you
dig
not?
that up. Someone needs to dig that up and then
I'd
just
love to see that.
Send it to Fuzzy.
Sounds funny.
Send it to everyone in this call because I want to see that. That sounds
think-
hilarious.
Why is there
That's
so much disrespect towards Miko?
Because he
I
breaks
don't
up
disrespect.
on-
I find him
I-
fine. I don't understand that ever.
Yeah, I found Miko alright. Whenever I've spoken to Miko, he seems okay. I mean, I've never like
He's someone that just states his opinion. So
Echo, he is a terrible person in the rules of the internet. You can't have an opinion.
but it's like the UK, like, oh yeah, he sucks, whatever. Most of the people in this country suck at the game.
Yeah.
No, that's true. On a grand spectrum of things, we are bad, except for like the top 3. We are kind of just really bad players compared to everyone
Yeah,
else.
look, we're all trying to level up though.
Oh no, definitely we are. Like that is like the point. We are getting better, but on a grand spectrum of things, everyone else is still getting better as well.
Most of us, in fact, nearly all of us have do have to appreciate Le Gap.
Yeah.
Le Gap. It is a big thing. We must all respect it.
I legitimately thought it was something to do with like the shop gap, and I was like, wait a second,
No.
why are we talking about this? But then,
I'm trying my hardest to dig it up right now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
But-
yeah, on topic of the gap, Fuzz, what do you think is the biggest thing that separates the UK's top players from like the rest of us lowly scrubs, or however you want to phrase it?
Trying to think. Just like decisions, consistency, those kind of things.
Fair enough.
Basically, like, no one really trains or cares that much about the game.
But that's really changing though. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say like up in the Midlands, like we don't really care. Like we just play the game for fun.
It is specifically the social aspect.
That's
of the
always
Midlands.
been my mindset towards the game. I don't
Really?
sit home and train all day. Like I never do that. But I play the game. I turn up to tourneys, play the game. If I place 8th, cool. If I place like last, whatever, I don't care. But that's the mindset I have towards playing. But I
Yeah.
know if I was to train, then I would be a lot better.
Yeah, with what I've realised with the Midlands scene is you guys are very much geared towards sort of social aspects of the game, like just being around each other's fine. And when you guys come to KTN, you were like insanely just like they're like, oh hi, how you doing? Like we'd like almost like we'd know you all the time. It's like, oh hey, like it was a massive shock to us because we'd like in
Okay, so you're like, whoa, what's going on?
Like Hackney, what are you talking to me for, man?
No, it wasn't that. It was like because in the Northeast we all gotten social because of the game, and you guys, and I guess it was more like we all then tried to get like more competitive with the game. You guys just sort of like kept that social aspect, but you were all still really good, so it didn't matter. Like we all
I think London Smash has that social aspect. You just gotta be with the right people.
Yeah, but when you compare it to something like Midlands, or even like the Northeast community, it actually feels like a community. Like you guys go and meet up every week, you drink, stay at the venue that you have.
spaghetti,
Yeah.
spaghetti squad.
Yeah, spaghetti spot, whatever. But like you have a community. You go down London. Where's the community at? It doesn't feel like a community to me.
It is nowadays. We got Meltdown. We got House of Hype.
Cyclone.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Cone.
Basically, it's changed quite a lot. I mean, I've tried my hardest as well to like to form a a local in terms of like a local scene that people hang out like people come to Meltdown. Like the reason we have these Meltdown tournaments as well is for like the London scene to try to improve as a whole, and also like every other week we just people come down.
I like the thing that Vince is doing to help people, but I also feel like he's being not the best person to invite everyone.
Why?
Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't let everyone go. Basically,
He doesn't make as much. I mean, I tried to be entirely impartial when
the problem is
I got invited to Vincent's super secret group. Was it just for like fest that he does?
Yeah.
Oh wow, he's just been outed. Damn. Okay.
Shot. Yeah, I don't know.
Because-
The whole community aspect, I feel like it's because I don't even know really. Like the North.
I like to say I do my hardest. Like I invite everyone on my. I invite everyone I can when I do mine.
Yeah, we try to be impartial up here in the Northeast as well, but some people have just known, like, because the community is fairly new and it's only been around for sort of a year, but we have some people have known each other longer than others, so it's like
Yeah.
it's just Okay.
Like I think your community, other than the Midlands, is like my favourite community to be around.
Yay!
That's why I was gonna come back up like this weekend.
Do come back up this weekend if you are
I've
free.
got no money, man. I'm like,
Just stay with Sam. I'm sure Chav will let you stay there.
You should come to HOH. Your opinion will be changed.
maybe one day.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I hosted today as well. Like since you know, it's for me, it's university holidays and so on. Like there's lots of opportunity for everyone to play, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's why I'm like starting to play again. Like I hadn't had a chance to, like for the past few months because of uni work. But I'm actually looking forward to playing now, like in preparation for Beast.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think everyone like if they haven't already started should be training, like because we at the end of the day we need to leave like a good mark for the UK scene. 'Cause years ago, everyone knew us as like the worst country in Europe.
We're not though.
We're not anymore.
No. I'm not saying we're not now. We're definitely.
But still, it'd be nice to be like one of the best rather than not the second worst.
Think about it. A few years ago, like 4 years ago, back at SNY, Charles, you were the only person that got like from the UK that placed in the top 16, I think.
Yeah.
And now, like people like Prof, VA, put in a lot of work, change that. So it'd be nice to see a lot more UK players do that.
Yeah.
Well, I feel that by the time Beast comes around, I get the I'm optimistic. I think that we could definitely leave a good mark.
Well,
I think enough of our players.
There's 60 of us going, so hopefully one of us has to leave a mark. I mean,
I feel. Well, I mean, but even it doesn't matter. Like how it just we want to get on stream. And we want to show that we can play. Really,
yeah,
we want to show to everyone we can play. It's not just like a gang of us go and we're all like 60 pot monsters. Brilliant, but we're not. Like a great deal of the players. There are going to be a few pot monsters because everyone's just going. You know, it's hype. Like there are lots of people going who I think are fairly aware that they're not going to place very highly, but they're going because it's still an amazing experience. I'm probably one of those people as well.
I'm
but
one of those
like,
people. I can easily deny it.
Like this is going to be my first European tournament that I'm traveling for.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I'm looking more forward to just like going to Sweden and like seeing the whole event play out and stuff. Not as a player, like I would like to place highly in the tourney, but I think I'm more looking forward to seeing like the hype matches, like just the spectacle of it all.
Yeah, and no, I agree. I agree. That's why I want to get on some commentary. You know, really, enjoy the hype. I mean, the one thing, of course, is that we can cheer loudly for our UK boys because some of us like Prof and like VA, I guess, and Jolteon maybe, and I guess like Jelly's going as well, and Wills yourself. I feel like you could put in some work.
Fraud Destroyer.
Exactly, the Fraud Destroyer. So you know, I feel
Destroyer.
that was brilliant. I mean, the thing is that's the thing. I feel that like some of us can do really well. We'll bring a lot of hype, especially to PM. I reckon we can dominate PM, or at least do really well in it.
How many people? Does anyone know how many people have actually entered PM at the minute?
I know that. I think Dearbound and DCJ will.
And then like 10 Swedish people probably.
Yeah, we might end just like. Let's hope we still win it. Hopefully,
should just like implement coins for the tourney because it's going to basically.
Yeah, it would be a little bit unfair, just a little bit.
Just Prof taking all the coins again.
I don't really care.
It happens all the time. Nothing new. Well, actually, no, Charles, you threw that on Saturday.
I did. I was having fun.
You threw it. What were you doing?
I was having fun, man. I tried to Falcon Punch him and I went for a yellow knee. Yellow up sort of stage.
Beat your miss. It's like, oh, Charles, what are you playing at me?
He had it.
I had a fever and Prof had no sleep. That's how serious that tournament was.
They were both not at their best in terms of like.
My mouth was so incredible that tournament. I went Falcon in melee.
Incredible.
It was brilliant. He Falcon punched me later in friendlies as well. It was great.
My! I got Falcon punched by Wills in friendlies at KOTN. That was interesting.
Did he Falcon punch to Falcon punch you? It's the Wills combo.
Yeah. I Falcon Beta in PM, that was funny.
That was the best because me and Manon were on commentary. You did that, and I remember you said it was like a missed input or something. But after,
I meant to do the side B.
Yeah, but the best part of that was because we both thought you were serious with that move. Manon just shouted, "Is Wills from the future?" Because that was the hardest read I've ever seen in my entire life, and I was like, "Wow, that was really hard." And then you were like, "Oh yeah, it was missed input." I was like, "Oh well, that ruins the illusion a bit," but oh well. Hilarious. Beta was so dead.
I actually really enjoyed that tourney.
Yeah, best tourney. Anyway.
So, in terms of, I mean, one of the other topics that's just come up is shout-outs to JJ Linyard. He has been working on something called BUC Smash, which is it basically the British Universities and Colleges Smash, and he is looking to sort out a schools and universities league, which should really also help to like level up the country. I mean, myself and Will's in this talk, like we both go to uni, and we'd be looking to form a team for this because it could be really fun. Like basically, it would be like different. We'd be traveling, to different locations, playing home and away. Like it would basically be crew battle format. You need at least 5 people. So if anyone's listening to this and like, he sent a link in Smash UK. If anyone, goes to uni, goes to sixth form, goes to college, any of that, then try to form yourself a team up. Try to, because it should help to build local scenes and, try to level us up or more, and also help, like, improve relations between the different parts of the UK. Because there's not enough of that, because that only seems to happen when there's, like, a national on, but this is, like, well, not a national, but you know what I mean, like a regional. And this is, like, this is another brilliant way for the local scenes to, to mingle. So, personally as a UCL student, Team UCL is going to be coming out in force.
Who would be on the team?
Well, so far, I mean, it would be we need a 5th, but it would be myself, Shufu, Chili, Tubby, and then we need one more to make it a 5th. But we could definitely find one more easily. So, so I think we could be fairly competitive. What's the point
even entering? You guys like get beat already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we get beat by you lot straight.
Nah, come on. It'd be fun. You could, like... I mean, like
I said, like, before we started broadcasting this, I was saying, like, everyone at my uni is a PM player. Unless we count, like, Jin and Hao in it.
That would be a bit ringer. As I said, that would be a little bit ringer. But, well, I don't know. You could get the PM... As I said, you could get the PM players to play Melee.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, Tubby's a PM player, but he's going to play some Melee for us, hopefully. I mean, so long as you've got a little bit of technical and fundamentals. I mean, also it's another reason to train and improve.
I suppose.
I think so. I think it should.
They have like, I think I heard something about in America. They had like quite a big uni kind of like uni college.
It was like they had one in Canada as well. It was like an inter sort of university thing, and it was really big actually. Like I think it was Matt Dodd Zeb in America who hosted it. And I think it was Tio Joe in Canada who hosted that. Mm-hmm. I can't specifically remember, but I think it was a massive thing. Like people really got into it, and that was kind of interesting to me because I was like, that's really interesting if there are people who are like, really pushing for more people to join. Like just if you're in school, of course, you're surrounded by a lot of people, some of whom may have the same interests as you. So if you push for that to happen, then more people will come forward, and that's an interesting like aspect of Smash to me. The fact that you can get people from anywhere, like any walks of life, can sort of join in.
How's JJ proposed that we do this? I haven't really had a chance to look at it yet.
I think it's something he's been working on for a while. I mean, he's basically he put a post out yesterday saying he was going to like send this out today, and he sent it out now. So there's a form to look at, which basically gives the idea, which is that as many people have to apply from their uni, and you need at least 5 registered participants for a school or uni to qualify for the competition. Then it's going to be an interleague thing. I mean, I used to do stuff like this for maths when I was back at school. There's like something in London. There was like a maths league for like with like teams and stuff. But this is a similar sort of thing. Like you would travel to each other. Like you'd have to arrange travel, etc., and find a venue. I mean, if we ever did, I'd probably host ones here, and you'd play each other, and they'd be.
I think it'd be a good idea to do it alongside, say, like at a tournament, like for everyone. Like do it as like a side event just for the uni teams. Instead of just doing a whole event just for that, it's a lot of effort.
It is, but I think that's his idea. He thinks it should really be like a good. It's supposed to be like a whole like constant league thing, not like just a tournament. Basically, it's the idea. I think is to like really grow the UK scene just in as many areas as possible.
Yeah, Good stuff to JJ.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I'm certainly taking part. So I mean, he's I'm trying to remember where he's at, but I assume he's going to be captaining a team.
I think is it like Colchester or Essex?
No, Essex.
Essex,
I think, yeah. So he's going to be captaining a team probably. So it should be really good.
Yeah, shout out to JJ Lynn for organising that. That's a really cool thing and a really good idea of just like expanding the UK as a whole. So shout out to him. So moving on in topics, we have a very controversial thing to talk about next, which I know myself and Lorenzo both have some opinions on. I don't know I know Charles said he doesn't really care about it, but we're going to talk about it anyway. It is Prof's top 25 UK melee player list.
It's not just Prof.
I agree with most of it, though.
Wales, you worked on this as well, didn't you?
Yeah. It was me, R23, JLTR, Jin, and Prof.
I do agree with most of it. So I'm just saying, like,
I mean,
first and second to me and Prof is a shitty argument.
Okay, fair enough. But aside from that, I mean, I'd say that the debate, the topics for debate are probably further outside of the at least the top seven, maybe. I'd say the top seven. I mean, you could argue the positions of 5 to 7, possibly say that Jelly should be maybe higher than an Alpha Dash or something like that. But like that's not where the contention is. I say the contention is further down.
I think after myself and then everyone else, like that's where it starts getting interesting.
Yeah,
it's like we all know after Jolteon, it's Death Gaze at Alpha Dash or Jelly. It's a contention between those three.
Yeah,
but the rest of the UK, that's where it's interesting.
Yeah, for me personally, this is just my own personal opinion. I think Jin and Shifting Shadow should have been higher. I think they should have both been placed higher.
I agree, Jin should be higher, definitely, and possibly Shifting Shadows as well. I mean, I think Jin is above X1. I'm sorry. I mean, X1. I know you're good, but Jin is Jin, and I've seen Shifting Shadows play. He's pretty solid as well.
Shifting Shadows is an amazingly solid Falcon, and I honestly do think that he should be definitely up there.
I also feel R23 should be higher. Actually, like he's pretty good. Like,
let's notice that Shifting Shadows. He should be higher. I don't know why Tamu is 13th. Like Tamu, you're a good player, but you haven't attended anything since there.
I haven't seen Tamu play in...
He had a really good run at Air, but as far as I can remember, he beat Hao, JK, like that was it. He nearly beat Shifting Shadows, but he still lost to him.
Yeah, but Shifting Shadows, I think, should be higher, just because like I've seen him play, and I've seen him play against Jin, and he did, at KOTN it was close, but they still, were going head to head, and it was just, a very, very close match.
I think at the end of the day, Jim wasn't playing as optimal as he usually does.
That is true. That is very true. But
even myself, I was playing best. But John's aside, like Shifting Shadows is really.
Yeah.
Do I think he's better than me? I don't.
He's good, but he doesn't attend many tournaments.
Well, he's in Scotland, so
yeah, exactly, and he's got a life. So. It's cool.
Yeah. Also, I'm. If you look further down the list, like I'm quite like the sort of 23 to 25. I'm quite happy to see because all those players I play quite a lot, and I agree they should be at least somewhere on that list. Like they're all pretty good.
There's a lot of good players that should be on this list, but we chose not to include them because of their inactivity. Like players like PMS. PMS should be up there.
Oh yeah, no, PMS is really good, but he hasn't played in forever. Or at least he hasn't come to anything in forever.
Well, yeah, the last thing he attended, like Charles will remember.
Oh yes.
Wait, what happened?
He beat Fuzzy at Special DI1.
Wow. Okay.
Salt was real.
God.
PMS is really good. He's a really good player, but he doesn't come out to anything.
Him and his brother are really good players, like King NDJ.
I mean, the other thing is, of course, Unreal's not on this list.
Yeah, I think
because Unreal is.
I know about Unreal. It's like Unreal is a good player. We all know he is, but once again, inactivity.
Exactly, because like he's Teskaku, like he's not quite, but he's up at the same almost levels as like pretty much as like Death Gazer and Jelly, so on. Because
some guy in my stream chat said they'll be pissed if they're on the list any lower than 10th. If you're 15th, people are like, 15th best Smasher in the UK.
Well, there are so many. That's the thing.
At the end of the day, this rankings is consisted of people's opinions.
Isn't it only good to be in like the top 5 in reality?
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you're 5th, which is Death Gazer, like that and above is what matters.
Well, you say that, but that's all we're talking about. The whole gap, like. I guess it is kind of true that
the gap starts with like VA to Jolteon, then that's the gap.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. Like, do you think that's really what we should be concentrating more on? Is the fact that yes, there are all of these other players further down, all of whom we all respect, and like we can all like ego trip each other and say I'm better than this guy. But at the end of the day, the point being is that like the top 3 or 4 are so much better than us. That's what we should all be striving for, not like arguing amongst ourselves.
Yeah, it's like LJ should be higher than me. I think LJ should be higher than me, but it doesn't matter
because you're both so much lower than say VA.
It's like people might say Tristan's better than me, like he probably thinks he is, but it doesn't matter
because
we're not beating the top 3. There's no point debating about it.
Exactly.
That's actually quite a good way of looking at it. I hadn't really thought as much about that, but
at the end of the day, everyone on this list shouldn't be saying, "Oh look, I can beat GM Sean," or "Oh look, like Vincent's ahead of me, I can beat him." No, aim for the top 3.
Yeah,
that's what matters.
Yeah.
There's a target on your head now, Fuzzy. Target on your head, son.
Mm-mm.
It's like there are people putting in work. It's evident. A lot of these people wouldn't even be considered for this list, say a year ago. Like myself, for instance, I wasn't seen as a top player at all.
And I think that should move us on a little bit to our next thing, which is our OTB end of year OTB awards.
Yeah, this is
speaking of most improved.
Yeah, so I think me and Lorenzo were talking about this just before we started recording, and we both got split opinions on this. And well, one thing that I've definitely seen, my personal most improved in Melee is
okay. Well, no, let's basically, but before we get into like speculations, we've got 8 categories here of our OTB awards, which is basically most improved in each Melee MPM, best player we think now in the UK in each Melee MPM, although that's less
obvious.
Yeah, best moment of the year, I think that's a good one. Best commentator, saltiest moment of the year, and the one to watch.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so I think we'll start, with most improved in Melee, and Henry, you can go first, sure.
Yeah, I think my most improved in Melee is definitely going to go to Jin, just because of like how long of a time he's been playing and how much work that dude has put in. Kind of crazy to see that, and he's just I've watched him stream as well. Like the amount of tech skill practice he does is kind of crazy, and how good at it he is as well is a big part of it. There's a difference between practicing your tech skill and being able to apply it well in a match. And I think Jin is able to do that very, very well. So I think, for me, most improved in Melee goes to Jin.
I actually will just say that I basically agree with that. I was going to say Jin as well.
I've stolen your limelight, Lorenzo.
Well, no. Look, you've said everything I was going to say. This kid is really damn good, and he's been playing really not for very long. So if we're talking about, like, the improvement over the course of this year, I think it's got to be him. Like yes, okay, we're agreed that the top whatever up to maybe 3 isn't important, but if you do look on this list, every other player aside from him has played for as a fair few time towards the top 10. Like people like Deathgaze, Alpha Dash, Jelly, Swizzy, LJ have been playing quite a while, and he has been playing for a year. So in that sense, he's
shouts to Jin.
I agree.
Man. Shouts to Jin. Incredible.
So
Jin's in my chat. Jin to win.
Oh, Jin to win.
Yeah.
Shouts to Jin.
You can tell him. You can tell him we're
Jin rule not hugging you.
Yeah.
to put it.
So Charles, Will, who are your picks?
Jin.
Yeah.
Literally, it's
Jin
like I'd say Jin and as a runner-up, maybe R2-3.
Jin and Shufu.
Yeah, no, I'd like to.
Sorry, Shufu took a set off Joyon. I mean,
he did well. He went 3-2 with him. Yeah.
Yeah, which is really good.
Shufu. I've put it off, but I will. I mean, I'll speak about him later. But Martin he's a beast, man.
Let it all out, Renzo.
He is an.
I love you, Martin.
Genuinely, no. This kid is an absolute beast. He's incredibly technical. He puts in so much work, and I mean, like he got. We'll say just earlier, like he got 5th, I think, at SCR. He's starting to get those placings that he really deserves because he like Jin has put in so much work in this game, and. In melee basically, and you know, with ice climbers as well, and he does the most amazing things with him. Like in friendlies, he will do, and even in tournament matches, he will do the most ridiculous handoffs with these characters, and it just looks so cool. Like I'm popping off while
Martin's one of the guys in our community who will just sit down in the zone and play, and not many people do that.
Yeah.
He always sits down in a random setup and just practices stuff.
Yeah. It just shows how committed he is, and it's so impressive.
Yeah, shout out to Shifu.
Yeah.
So most
anyway, Jin's best.
So most improved in PM is our next.
I'm going to go straight in with this, and I'm going to say DCJ. That is just my
alright
Northeast bias. I'm going to say DCJ. Just because the travelling northerner who has gone and is now top 10, I think, still in the PM rankings, PM coin boards, but he's still good. He's an amazing Yoshi.
I think Dale's definitely putting a lot of work on his Yoshi.
Shouts to Dale.
How is he finding 3.5?
At the start, he was saying how Yoshi was dead and that he didn't know why he played this dead character, but I think he's starting to adjust to 3.5 as opposed to like trying to play it like it was still 3.02. But I think he's adjusting to it.
I think, in a way, like, the most improved in PM is, like, the whole Northeast region.
Yeah! Yeah!
Because, like, literally, you guys sucked a year ago.
Yeah. No, even better than that. We didn't exist a year ago.
Yeah, you didn't exist a year ago, but people like yourself...
no, don't say me, I suck at PM. I'm good at melee, I suck at PM.
What, Saren and so on?
Like... yeah, we've got Saren, we've got TFU, who doesn't really play PM anymore, but he's starting to get back into it. We've got Dearbound. Shouts to Spacer.
Oh yeah, Dearbound.
Dearbound, aka Captain Choke Artist, aka just the nicest guy you could ever hope to meet. Like at KOTN, he choked it out against Shifting Shadows in PM so hard. He like 3-stocked him in game 1, and then like just in game 2 and 3 just yeah.
I'd like to say my pick is my boy BAP. Like he is. He's not been playing very long. Literally, like I'll be honest. I don't know when he. I mean, I'm pretty sure he started this year. Like I got him into the scene maybe half a year ago, and you've seen what he can do. He's crazy, man. Like and also he can do it with anybody. Like you just recently at SCR, he almost beat R23 with Ganondorf.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That
just
was incredible.
he literally.
Oh, he threw it, didn't he?
He did throw it as well. Like he basically you show this guy any character because he used to like main random in inverted commas, but literally you give this guy any character and because he has fundamentals and he'll just go in and wreck you. He's crazy. So I mean, for that Shane, you're crazy dude, but you are godlike.
Lovely guy as well. Lovely
yeah, he's a legend. He wants to be a real heel, honestly. He wants to be like the UK 11. He really wants to be a heel.
He's so nice when he goes to KOTN.
Really?
He was really nice.
He's a lovely guy, but he's so disrespectful, man. He's so disrespectful. He's arguing this with, like, literally, like, at like HOH, he will say things like, dude, why is it that everyone here sucks but me? He will say stuff like that. I mean, obviously he's joking, but he's amazing at trash talk. He's brilliant.
Shouts to Shane. Shane. What about you, Will? Who's your pick for most improved in PM?
Like I said, probably the Northeast region, man. Like, I think there's a lot of people, like I said, like Dearbound, Sui, yourself, Dale in particular, who improved massively over the year.
Yeah.
But in a way, like, a lot of people just started playing PM, like, started this year, like myself. Like, I didn't understand it. Like, literally, my opinion of the game was it's some crappy mod of Melee. Why is anyone playing this? Because no one else does, and now everyone plays it.
Yeah, fair enough.
But, yeah, people putting in work, especially Northeast.
Cool.
Alright, it's a cool game.
Yeah. Charles, what about yourself, mate? Most improved PM?
It was originally beta, because when he came in, he was just amazing for some reason.
Hmm.
Then he got
He had the pro fundamentals, and then recently I haven't been seeing him at tournaments.
He came to KTN and he placed 4th with Mario.
He just seems very solid. He just plays
he's
loads of characters.
He's a solid player until he gets Falcon
And then,
Punch
He it's hard for me because I get top seed, so the bracket's pretty easy.
You must have watched some games, surely.
Free bracket.
I'm trying to think who I watch in PM.
RT3?
Also very, very more heavily improved, actually.
Yeah, RT3's Kirby is sick.
Kirby is
It's hard for me to think in this topic.
Such a janky game. Who cares?
Damn.
Oh goddamn!
I was really impressed by Candy.
Yeah,
Last
Candy is
tournament. He was fucking insane last tournament.
Candy's Bowser is
Like when I
really
first
good.
watched Candy, I was like, he's just gimmicks and does his shitty down B's in the edge, and that's it. That's what he looks like, dude. This looks hilarious.
And then he shield broke Jolteon and then just F smashed him. I was like, what? This guy is sick.
He is mad. I mean, he makes the hardest reads. The hardest reads. It's crazy.
Yeah, that guy's just really good, and I think he can only get better. So.
I remember watching the stream this weekend, and like Candy was wearing like some like noise defenders or something. It looked really weird.
They're like industrial earmuffs.
I don't understand why he wears them.
To block out the haters, man.
Get rid of
Block
the
out
background noise,
block
man.
out the haters.
You can see the level of concentration. Have you ever seen the guy play? He's got a murder face, man. He has.
The guy chats so much throughout a match. Like when I play him, he was like, "Oh, Bowser." Like he would just reference anything Bowser does, and he'll reenact.
Dude, I think he's changed tack a bit because like when I was watching him play at SCR, he was literally like the stone cold face of a killer, silent the entire game. He was
UK
just like,
Taquido.
yeah, no, literally, I'm just like. I'm just
man.
thinking, this guy wants blood. Like,
Shout out to Candy and your Bowser. You are sick, sir. So best player in PM and Melee. I think I'm gonna just give it to Prof. I'm sorry, Fuzzy.
PM's not contestable.
Oh yeah, best. I'd say Prof's best in the world in PM. Just
Why don't we do like worst player? That'd be
worst player.
I think Pro's better than me just because he actually learned a character, but like,
Yeah,
I still think it's just close anyway. It's just how it is.
True.
But like, I'd say he's better than me just because he actually learned the game. Like he learned a character basically. I didn't learn a character.
In Melee though, because he's had your number a few times now.
Huh? In Melee? I think
Melee.
I'm not even.
Yeah, I'd basically say.
I don't even want to say I'm better right now.
Anyway, so I'm just gonna go with Prof for both because I think Prof is just insanely good and so far above the rest of us at this point in time that. Well, not Fuzzy, obviously, but the rest of the UK is just
the rest of us on the other side of Le Gap.
Oh yes, of course. Just waiting for the train to sort of. What about yourself, Will? What do you reckon?
What was that for? Best PM and Melee player?
Yeah,
Pro.
fair. So
Do you have a pick for worst PM player than Will's?
Nah, there'd be too much soul, man.
Chav.
All right, guys. Now here's a good one. Best moment of the year.
Oh, for me, it was just King of the North. Like, meeting Will, obviously, was just great. Meeting everybody coming up, just playing with them was just great. Like, especially, like, the hype of PM Grand Finals. Hope for you doing all this crazy, like, quick attack cancelling stuff was just so sick. So ridiculously dope. And it was just a nice little social time as well. Met Ed for the first time, met Hope for you for the first time, Shane, Beta, FaZe, Free, all those guys. They were just really nice, really good time, really. Or NEC 8 when I placed second. That felt great. Beating Sui in losers finals felt wonderful.
Poor Lee.
Oh, poor Lee. He was really upset about that loss.
Are you doing a rematch for that on Saturday?
We are rematching at a Northeast event we're doing called the Golden Pasties, which is unfortunately not getting streamed, but it's just a sort of.
I'm gonna say like you have to stream that, man.
We're not. I think someone's gonna probably like handicam it or something, like record it because I really want that rematch to be recorded. Rematch of me versus
all the spaghetti, man.
all the spaghetti. I think Sam's packing another packet of spaghetti. I really hope he does. No one but me will understand that. Anyway, Lorenzo, your best moment.
Mums and dad's spaghetti.
Lorenzo, your best moment of the year, mate?
It's got to be something from Air, man. Air was too real. Like that tournament was insane. I loved Air to the Throne. Like the amount of hype towards some of the end. I mean, Wills actually was on fire in that tournament. It was awesome to watch. Like also cheering for our London brethren, like when they're up on stage, like when Kong was up on the big screen and Ho for You, and just also doing commentary with Harvey actually, and also a little bit with me and King and stuff. And it was just overall, it was an amazing experience. Like I mean. I didn't place, but at all. I did not play well, but like it was. Commentary was amazing. Watching matches was amazing. There was some amazing stuff, like crazy moments. Charles actually, of course, he got like 4 techs in a row or something again. When can't remember who it was against, but it was just crazy.
It was against VA.
It was against VA. That was crazy. Like, it was an amazing tournament overall. Too much stuff.
Very sad I wasn't there. Very sad.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. Yeah.
And Will,
guys.
To be honest, like for me, it was like how I've progressed throughout the year. It's like how it all started with like a Midlands tourney in January, and then like all culminated at Air. Like the journey that I've had as say a melee player, if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like I started off like say before January. No one thought I was good at melee. Who cares about PM? My first tourney like of the year, like I won it, a Midlands tourney. That started the year off for me, and then just traveling around, making sure I could go to as many tourneys as possible to improve coin farm or whatever. Like I enjoyed doing that, and I wanted to get better and improve at the game. And I think at the end of the day, like I did that, and I showed it in both games even.
Fair enough.
Yeah, nice man.
What about yourself, Charles?
Sorry, what was the question exactly again?
Best moment of the year, mate.
Charles, what are you even
Best
doing?
moment of the year? I'm streaming. I'm just multitasking. Best moment of the year. For me, it's not even a moment. I'm just like impressed that 60 people are traveling to Beast. When I saw that thread.
That's next year, mate.
Well, no, but
the
hype's been going on.
Like the community is actually like doing stuff together now. Because how it used to be was I used to book every single coach and plane ticket for people, and now people are finally understanding. Oh look, we should travel, and then it's just
people
looking good.
Buy plane tickets.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
That's gonna be great. But you're not coming, and you're going to HDQ, you bloody turncoat.
Enjoy.
I think the best one for me this year was like again like my Beast experience last year. The start of this year. It's got nothing to do with UK Smash. So
fair enough.
Yeah, because I had a really tier-worthy tournament. Because I nearly lost in 2 situations.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Alright, so next one up is...
Sorry, guys.
Fair enough. So, best commentator. I'm going to settle this one as a commentator, because I don't really know.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not saying anything. You
don't want to plug yourself, Henry.
I'm not going to plug myself, mate.
Will, do you want to plug him? Do you want to plug for him?
Yeah, I think I've already said enough on Henry being the commentator. Henry knows.
Mate, that was my entire resume for the Beast thing. I was like, sure, just have this. I don't know what else to say.
Literally, my opinion on it is that there are a lot of commentators in the UK that don't really know anything. Like, they don't research, they don't do nothing. They just come on to maybe like boost their own profile, so to speak. Not you two, but other people. I'm not going to name anyone, but I think...
Charles immediately asking for names.
But literally, like...
I want to know who it is.
No, Henry, like... He does his research, he knows about the players, he knows about tournaments, events they've been to, whatever. Like, that's respectable. So this is why I think he's the best commentator in the UK.
Oh, thank you.
I like to think we basically in terms of who I've commentated with, because I mean I've done sort of more co-commentary than like hearing it, at least in the UK. I mean I've listened to Henry commentate and he's pretty good, and like some of the northern streams as well. But like, say, the most competent co-commentator I've ever done it with is JJ Lineard, and it was really not for very long. It was only for a couple of games, but I just thought, you're really good at this, aren't you? Like when I was commentating, I was like co-commentating with him because he really is good at it.
Yeah, JJL's a pretty sick commentator.
Just because like he has a really he's good at talking, which is obviously useful, but he combined. I mean, because there are lots of players who have like really serious knowledge of the game, of mechanics and so on, and he does. Like he could understand exactly what the players were going for and trying to do and so on. But he combined that with really good eloquence. So I mean, I've not even heard him commentate much, but when I co-commentated with him very briefly at Air, I just thought, this is really good. You're really good at this. So I mean, that's the best. He's the most impressive person I've ever commentated with. I really enjoyed commentating with Harvey. I've enjoyed commentating with a lot of people. Like commentating with Goofballs was fun at like some of the Smashdown South events. Shouts to him. And like commentating with Miam King is hilarious, because he's just funny. So yeah, no, it's like I think there are a fair few people in the UK who quite enjoy commentary and who are quite good at it. So I'm really hoping to get rep the UK in terms of commentary at Beast as well. Also, John No Scrub, you're a pretty good commentator as well, man. I quite enjoy commentating with him. So yeah, I'd say JJ is the most competent commentator I've ever commentated with, but like best commentator, I'll leave it out as well. I don't want to salt.
Did you say JJL?
I'd say him in terms of the most impressive person I've ever commentated
I think
with.
I actually like his and Kip's commentary.
They're good.
That's quite good.
I don't like Kip so much.
Oh,
personally. But JGL's is really good. I don't know, like, I think Kip makes himself sound a bit silly on stream, but JGL like keeps his cool, like his personality there. It's that's just how I feel personally. Like I know, like Kip says the right things, but it's just his expressions and the way he says things. He's saying the right things, but it's just the way he's saying them. You know, he's like laughing, like
Fair enough.
in
Get what you're getting at.
Yeah.
So, should we say saltiest moment of the year? This is a good one. I just want to give a shout out to Vincent Tam, but it's going to be one of yours, mate. Straight up. Possibly. It's between him and Jelly. Actually.
I think Vincent wins. Let's be honest. Like, if anyone
is it?
Russia.
No. Saltiest moment. Saltiest moment.
Brado.
That was pretty salty.
There's that. There's his moment. There was the meltdown. There was a meltdown. The whole I was winning the neutral game, where he lost 3-0 to Swizzy, and then money matched him and lost 3-1. Straight afterwards, just challenged him straight up. That was pretty good. He wasn't. I'm not sure he was too happy. It's Jelly at Smashdown South. The latest one, SDS5, I think it was very salty. I'm not gonna lie, because he lost to Kong. I've gone through this I think before with people. Basically, he lost. He beat Kong first game, then he had him second game and SD'd. He threw it, and then he was so salty. And then the third game, Kong like got a stock or two up on him, and he just paused and unplugged his controller and left.
Oh
Damn.
And I was the only one standing behind him, and Kong looked at me with his little sort of cheeky grin and went, "Yeah, that just happened."
Damn.
And then straight after, like soon afterwards, he had to play Alpha Dash in AD in Melee, and that wasn't even on stream, but we actually like Lumpy got the webcam and just filmed it from across the other side of the room.
Yo.
And he was so mad. Like, he threw his controller between games. He was so mad.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jelly, shouts to you, man.
I think the saltiest moment for me of this year was oh god, there have been so many. I think it was one of the Northeast things. It was either myself earlier on this year when I got beaten by a complete scrub when I was like kind of trash at the game still, or it was shouts to Sui. No, actually, in EC4, Chav was playing a match on Dreamland in PM. Sent the guy off stream, and he was like on one stock left. And he started charging needles towards the edge of the ledge of the stage, and then Wispy pushed him off, and he died. And he got so angry. He like started just. Oh, it was so funny. Well, it wasn't funny for him, obviously, but it was hilarious for like me and Shouts and Manon on commentary, just laughing us, like trying not to laugh so hard. But yeah, the Northeast are pretty salty, but I love them. Yeah, that was mine.
Will, do you have a moment or? Brado.
The Vincent Brado. That was pretty funny. Like I think you've already said it on the show before. I think Ed might have mentioned it, but yeah, just the no handshake, the soul, whatever.
Yeah.
And trash talk that was involved in it as well was quite funny.
Yeah. What about yourself, Fuzzy? You got a saltiest moment of the year?
Probably not.
Fair enough.
It was pretty funny, to be honest.
It was that was pretty serious.
Everyone was laughing about it.
Well, I mean, he was really angry that he had to play him in losers after he'd already lost to him in winners.
And then lost again.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, and so the final category is the one to watch. So that'll be the one to watch next year, becoming a rising star. Personally, I think it could be anyone. To be honest with you, like I think we're going to see people that we mentioned.
I think Shufu's going to get a lot.
Shufu's going
to I believe in Shufu, dude.
I'm going with Shufu as well, man. Obviously it's me. Obviously I'm the best. No, okay. It's definitely Martin. Martin is starting to get those placings. Like he's not progressed as quickly as say a Jin, but he's getting there, and he is just gonna be. He's gonna once you give him a bit longer, give him a bit more time in the hyperbolic time chamber, more experience and so on. He's gonna be a threat because he really puts in the work. Like,
true.
So,
Someone said rush attack in my chat.
That's an interesting shout actually, because he is he's good in rush attack. He did really well at Smash or DI, and he plays Dot. But that's hard to do. He plays really well at Smash or DI. And also, I don't think he gets much practice in or anything. So, no, honestly, shout-outs to him. He's good, man.
Yeah. I think, personally, it could be anyone from, like... I reckon, hopefully, the Northeast are going to step up a bit. I hope I'm going to step up a bit next year. I think DCJ, again, going to start travelling a lot more. Hell, I think Will's, now he says, like, I want to start practicing the game. You've already mentioned that you could be a lot better if you practice. If you practice now, yeah, there are going to be, like, bodies. Bodies will be, like, flying across everywhere. Jesus. If you stop really practicing, then people are going to die. There's going to be blood.
I just don't have the interest in practice. I'll do it. If I get into start seeing some like improvement, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see when the next year rolls around. But I think that's all the time really.
I'd just like to say very quickly that I know I was just being stupid there, but honestly, I know I will be genuinely serious. Like I'm the London scene, the guys who come to House Fight, like myself, Chili, Martin, also Kazi Wolf as well. Shoutouts to him. Like some of the just loads. I mean, I could keep naming names, but basically, the London players, we're all really putting in work. We're all putting in a lot of work. I'm hoping that. I mean, I want to really get good at this game.
Yeah.
So I'd like to say that if I keep going, hopefully, eventually, I'll be someone people will talk about.
I think like the Midland scene as well. It's like the Midland scene was very underrated before. We had no representation, and now like me, Jin, and Hao, like the front runners, I suppose.
Yeah,
it's new as well. I guess
there is a lot of other players in our region that are good. Like Brado, Charles, Bowler.
Well, to move up with you guys,
up-and-comers as well, like Scribble. Like Scribble is
a sick Samus. Like
no one knows about him, but Scribble is definitely a great Samus.
So good, so ridiculously good.
So yeah, like that's the beautiful thing. Like it's really nice to say that we don't have like one player who's to watch. There's so many players that are ones to watch,
I think 2015 will be a very interesting year.
Like, hopefully by the end of 2015, we'll all, you know, as a nation, we could be really scary by then. Yeah. Or just give it a year or two.
I think we just get the middle level players as good as our top players. That'd be really sick.
Yeah.
We could all switch over to Wii U by the end of next year. You never know.
Yeah, also that as well. Talking about that, I might do this thing at my first Mind the Gap tournament, where everyone pays like an extra 50p or pound, and then I'll put it towards one monitor each time.
Fair enough.
So we can get a BenQ every tournament.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And then, basically, once we have 10, we can all switch to Wii U's and use the homebrew channel, and we can all play 1080p with only like 0. It's retarded MS. You don't need to worry about it. It won't lag.
Fair enough.
So
that's actually really interesting to see.
That's one, because the reason why behind this is because when I used to run tournaments, my first tournament I ever ran in Tiptree, everyone gave like £3 or £5 towards TVs in my first tournament, and that's a lot. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
And I went to boot sales and I bought all the TVs. So the community's done it before. There's no reason why we can't do it again.
That's true.
And if I buy them, they're not my TVs, they're communities. I'm not gonna keep fucking 10 TVs in my house. We'll keep them at a venue.
We could almost call them community TVs. I'm so done. I'm so sorry I had to make that
Henry, point. I think that quip basically says that we're done.
Yeah, that.
I think we should end the year with that.
Improve on your jokes for next year, Henry.
I'm so sorry. So yeah, guys, we are just about out of time with that terrible pun. If you want to follow these guys on Twitter, you can follow them at FuzzinessUK and at Will's Combo. Go and do that. Go and do that.
Such a terrible name. I need to change that.
No, you need to keep it like that and keep it like
legendary.
that forever.
It was relevant in like what 2010 maybe.
Bring it back. Make it more relevant. Make it even more relevant.
2015, you never know.
Yeah, and
Can they brawl again, Wills?
Yeah, of course. Follow myself. Of course.
No, I'm good. No more Smash 4 now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
that's the future, isn't it?
Just, as long as GP doesn't win again.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I lost.
Joke.
And then I forfeited the game. Like that was gonna
Oh my god.
I'm just firing shots.
Yeah, no, some shots had to be fired. This was an incredibly like.
This was very tame.
No, it wasn't like we were being complimentary about everybody. So few shots were fired.
Not bad player,
yeah, we need 5 more shots. Fuck you, Lorenzo.
Hey, why me? Dude.
I'm kidding. Oh god. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I think I'm very excited to continue off the Battlefield next year. We are going to be returning something in January. Keep up for that, and hopefully we're going to see some of you at Beast. So
yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you all in the new year. Take care.